Hello friends, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Professor Rao here. We were talking about IELTS, various modules of IELTS and its preparation. Today, let's briefly talk about IELTS reading tips pertains to true, false, not given, yes, no, not given questions. What is true, false, not given and yes, no, not given type of questions? What's the difference between them? How to understand and answer them appropriately, and what are the various tips need to be followed in answering these questions. Very, very important and critical. Many candidates find it a bit challenging to answer the questions pertaining to true, false, not given, yes, no, not given type of questions. And the ground rules and the techniques and the parameters are the same for both the type of questions. True, false, not given, yes, no, not given. First and foremost thing you need to keep in mind is that you need to read the article, the passage clearly with clear eye for details. Read it clearly with eye for details. Then read the questions carefully. Read the questions. Questions are in the form of a statement in this kind of a context of true, false, not given, yes, no, not given type of questions. So read the questions carefully and analyze them critically. You need to analyze and see what's being asked and what are the keywords in the question statement, and then you go back to the passage again and then look for the answers. For instance, questions are like, most of the people are influenced by social media. The sales of cell phones rise by 80% in India. The government spends most money on education. So a passage is given, rather an article is given, and they provide questions in the form of statements. I need to read the statement clearly and carefully and analyze critically, and then look for and understand the question carefully and look for the answer in the passage. Most of the people are influenced by social media. If this particular point is given in the passage or rather the article, your answer should be true. If it's not given, rather if it contradicts or it opposes this particular statement, then your answer should be false. And if there is no mention of the information related to social media and influence of social media on the people at all in the article, your answer should be not given. Similarly, for sales of cell phones rise by 80% in India, and government spends most money on education, most, more, less. You need to be very, very watchful and careful about the comparative words like more, less, most, and so on and so forth. True, false, not given, yes, no, not given use the same techniques and logic. So the ground rules are the same. That's why we are looking at them and trying to learn them together. True, false, not given deals with the factual information. True, false, not given looks for factual information given in the article. Uh, Facts, figures, data, metrics, stats, and the basic rationale. True, the statement agrees with the given information, your answer should be true. When do you go for true? If the statement agrees, statement means the questions are given in the form of statements. If the statement agrees with the given information in the article or other passage, then you go for and you write true. And if the statement contradicts or opposes the information given in the article, then go for false. And if there is no information on the statement, rather if there is no information on this given statement of the question in the passage or article at all, then you go for not given. Yes, no, not given. Yes, no, not given deals with on contrary. In true, false, not given deals with the factual information. Yes, no, not given deals with the writer's, author's opinion, claims, and thoughts. For instance, you go for yes if the statement, rather the in the question statement agrees with the opinion or claim of the writer, and cause it deals with the writer's opinions or claims or thoughts. So go for yes if the statement agrees with the opinion or claim of the writer. Go for no if the statement contradicts and opposes the claims of the writer. Isn't it? No, we go for no when it opposes, there is a contradiction of the claims made by the writer, then we go for no. We go for not given, we are unable to or impossible to say what the writer thinks, claims about the statement. With no information, or if it's impossible and we are unable to say what the writer thinks, claims, and writer's opinions about the statement in the question, then go for not given. So, true, false, not given. Let's see an example. The article, during the first half of 18th century, coffee had found its way into India. And that's the article, that is the information given in the article, rather passage. The question says, the question statement says, coffee arrived in India in the early 18th century. Therefore, first half of 18th century is where the early 18th century, the period lies, isn't it? Therefore, it matches, it concurs, it agrees with the article, information in the article. The question statement agrees with the information in the article. Therefore, our answer should be true. Let's see one more example. Majority of students who graduated from university found it difficult to get an employment, is the information given in the article. The question statement says, after finishing their higher education, all students had a difficulty to find a job. So job, employment. Friends, remember that IELTS uses paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is all about range of vocabulary, your lexical range. It is your vocabulary, your flexibility in using vocabulary, different synonyms. So all students had difficulty to find a job. Is that information in the article says all students? No, it says majority of the students, not all students. Majority is most of the students, but the question statement says all students had difficulty to find a job. Therefore, it is clear that it is opposes with the information given in the article. Therefore, our answer should be false. Let's see one more example. Article says that the NGO raises money to pay for education and daily requirements of poor citizens. The question statement says the NGO spends more of the money raised on schooling for poor people than on their daily needs. Read the question critically and carefully and analyze it. NGO spends more of the money raised on schooling for poor people than on their daily needs. So the information that money is spending more on the poor people on schooling than their daily needs is not actually given, not given in the article, rather the passage. Passage information says NGO raises money to pay for education and daily requirements of poor citizens. Therefore, information is not given, and it is very difficult to deduce, difficult to find, identify, and it's impossible to find the information in the article. Therefore, our answer should be not given. Then keep watching next question as well to move faster. So, as we just said, if you're answering question number 2, please watch out and have a quick cursory glance on the question number 3 so that you move faster and you understand, because they come in sequence, they come in one order. Therefore, it becomes easy for you to. So you need not search for the answers in the entire article. Since they come in order, you see only that part of the 2-3 sentences in the passage to get the answer. Remember, false, no means information is opposite and contradicts with the question statement or opinion. So false no means the given information is opposite and contradicts with the statement, question statement. Do write the correct words for true, false, not given, and thus do not write yes or no while answering. If for true, false, not given, for instance, for true, don't write yes, yes in the answer sheet. For true, you should write true. For false, you should write for false. So don't write different words. If you write yes and for true, thinking that it closely relates and the meaning is closely related and will be given, it will be taken as a wrong answer. So you won't get a mark. Very important. Use the same words. You may write one letter instead of a word. For instance, for true, you are allowed to write T. Yeah, for false, NG for not given. However, but better to write the full word, because if there is a issue with the handwriting, or if there is a difficulty in conveying the message, instead of writing a single letter, better write the full word. It doesn't take much time and it's very easy, so that you can avoid that ambiguity and you can be clear about your answer to the examiner and then gain the mark. Very simple, realistic, and extremely handy tips. Please keep in mind. And the ground rules for true, false, not given, yes, no, not given are the same. I am sure if you keep these short tips, you'll be able to answer it well. And wish you all the best. Thank you. Bye-bye.